Maz, I'm going to throw this at you because this is the Matoma segment now, and hopefully you've got some questions you can rattle off your brain.
Yeah.
Do you want to lead this segment about Matoma? Because he is the clutch player. He got us the last-minute winner, which is just something that just shows that we're a completely different team that we used to be. We're winning games last minute when maybe we probably didn't deserve to win the game, even against Liverpool last week in the FA Cup. Probably didn't deserve it. But we still won because of Matoma last minute winner, and then the same again, Matoma last minute winner by a header as well, Ryan, because we know he can't head the ball, but that's 2 headers for him.
Okay, he currently can.
Yeah, apparently he can now. Yeah, he's obviously shut us up. But Maz,
he could do it. Yeah, no,
take it away.
Yeah, let's just talk about the man, the myth, the legend, Kaoru Mitoma. He obviously scored three in his last 3, and I believe 5 in his last 6, I think I want to say. I think he's got a couple of assists in there as well. He's just been everything good about Brighton that we've done. I think he's led the line brilliantly. The way he takes on players. I know he's got a PhD in it, and everyone loves bringing up.
I've got his thesis, mate. Have you
actually?
Do. Yeah, someone sent it to me.
Have you actually?
Yeah.
No.
I'll show you after the
thing.
I'll show you.
Yeah, 100%. That's close.
Nice.
So yeah, if anyone wasn't aware, he's actually done his dissertation or his thesis was in the art of dribbling, essentially. For anyone who doesn't know, so it explains a lot. To be fair, but yeah, he has been on incredible form, and there's been talks. Now, this is the first question I've got, and I suppose it's very similar to the question that you asked about Estepinian. But is Kaoru Mitoma, and we'll start with you, Ryan, is he the best player in the Premier League right now?
I said this, and so everyone was like, Rashford.
Yeah, it's a good debate.
Yeah, he's the only person.
Great debate, yeah.
But I'm going to go bold. I'd have him over Rashford. I'd have him over Rashford. At the minute, I don't care. I actually would. I think that his overall game, the way he is, I think as a left winger, out and out left winger, I'd actually have Matoma over Rashford. I don't care what United fans say. I actually would.
Do you know what, Ryan? I actually really agree with you because Rashford, as a goal scorer right now, I think is maybe...
on fire. Don't get me wrong, he's on fire.
Yeah.
Matoma's done against bigger teams.
But like you said, Ryan, general play in terms of what how he can Matoma can take players on, he can assist, he can score, he contributes to the team as a whole. I think he's better in that respect than Rashford right now, which I completely agree. Ben, do you agree with us, or are you on the dark side?
Ben's United fan and him telling him
side.
Yeah,
the United
his brother's behind him telling him to Rashford.
Literally at gunpoint. I actually probably would say Rashford simply because he's done it over more games. If we were judging, if you were fair and you went to when Rashford's form started, Rashford's been doing it for like 12 games and he scored like 10 he scored like 11 goals in 12 games, something like that, which is insane.
Let's do a comparison.
And obviously, Kaoru Mitoma's is very good, but that's in a shorter time. So let's say if Matoma had done 12 games and scored like 9 goals, then there's probably the argument. But because Rashford's done it for more games,
I
think that
if Matoma was wearing a sky blue City shirt with number 7,
then
everyone would be saying he is absolutely, no one's ever seen this before, best player in the league.
No, that's the sickest thing though, because he's come out of absolutely nowhere, and we're saying that he's potentially the best player in the Premier League right now. It's like a movie script.
It's a bad
It's literally it's like goal. If Santiago Munez like randomly coming from America, playing for Newcastle, suddenly being the best player in the league. Like that is literally what we're watching that live, and hopefully some Japanese fans are watching this podcast. And if you are, thank you. But also, if you want to watch a movie and a trilogy, watch Goal, because it's very similar to the sudden
breakout. Where have we gone on this tangent? I've completely
It's very similar to the breakout of Matoma. He's come from absolutely nowhere, just tearing up in the Premier League.
Let's do a quick comparison. Okay, so I've got Rashford and Matoma, 2022-23 Premier League season. Okay, so this is just quickly a few stats. All right, so Rashford's got 19 appearances with 2 sub appearances. And Matoma's only got 8 starts and 7 sub-appearances this season. 839 minutes for Matoma, 1,711 for Rashford. Rashford's got 10 goals in Matoma's 5, and Rashford's got 3 assists to Matoma's 1. So he does beat him at the moment for goals and assists. And then if you want to do...
At United, though. Like as well.
Both got 3 man of the match.
That's a good caveat, yeah.
Both got 3 man of the match. awards, and Matoma's actually got a 7 rating on WhoScored.com, whereas Rashford's got 6.99. So
there you go, settled.
He's settled. Right, no, and then there's a few other little interesting stats. Key passes, Matoma's better, 0.9 to 0.7. Dribbling is 1.5 to Rashford's 1.1. I'm assuming that's successful dribbles. And then what else we've got? And then, Rashford obviously beats him in shots per game, which is 2.7 to Matoma's 1.2. So, after all that information, what do we reckon? Are we still sticking to our guns?
Matoma.
So the stats you were saying, that's like... Well, the thing is, if we're saying form, then you shouldn't really compare it to the whole season. That would just be like the form would be like the time period of where he started being good.
They're both on form right now.
Correct, but I feel like Rashford's been on form for longer than Matoma.
But that's because he's played more games though and started more games. So we've just
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. So then, if in 6 games' time and Matoma's continues scoring, let's say then you have a fair judgment of Rashford's 12-game streak to Matoma's 12-game streak.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's
I think if you measured goals and assists as the only way of watching football, then Rashford.
Oh
wins.
then agree.
But I think if you watch it as what he is as a player, and the complete diversity of chance creation and the way he sort of pretty much carried our attack in the last 3 months, I would say Matoma has been. I mean, I haven't seen anything like this as a Brighton fan.
Better goals as well.
Like knockout when he signed for us in the Championship. I'd say it's the closest thing I can remember to someone coming in with this much impact and this much, sort of range of skill set of. I just think the way how productive he is when he's got the ball. I haven't seen anyone like that as a winger, as an attacker, forward, ever. And we're doing it, and we're on form to be the best team in the league at the moment, purely on results. And I think that Rashford's done it against maybe lesser opposition. You could even argue if you wanted to be like proper Twitter nerd about it. I don't know. I just think that everything about Matoma, and I think that if he continues this, and I can't see any reason why he won't at the moment, if he continues how he's going, by the end of this season, if he's still doing this by May, people will be talking about him as the best forward, top 2 forward, top 3 forwards in the league, without a doubt. Because he's on form. He's on form for that level, 100%.
Yeah. Look, I think obviously as Brighton fans, we are going to be very what's the word? Biased. That's the word I'm looking for.
Although I wasn't. I did try to get the argument for Rashford.
He has been genuinely one of the best Premier League. First of all, buys. I know he wasn't signed this season, but technically we're going to give him. This is his first.
Yeah, Michael Owen got rinsed by that for that. He tweeted a few weeks ago, didn't he?
Yeah,
he was like best signing of the summer, best signing of the season. And everyone's like, he was signed last year actually.
A lot of people don't know, but that's the thing. Yeah. So it's his first breakout season. Breakout season. Yeah. And he has been genuinely.
I can't think of anything that sort of floors him at the moment. I mean, he can cross the ball. His technique on the way he passes the ball is fantastic. Pretty much every time it's weighted perfectly. I mean, he's got a great outside of the foot pass, which he seems to pull off quite a lot.
Last week he did
one. Whippage.
Yeah. He did one as well yesterday as well. Left foot, right foot, he can head a ball now clearly. Can take on players very well. Got a thesis, literal PhD in dribbling.
And he's clutch.
What more can you want?
He comes
he's got that ability to be able to just
he's that
carry
guy.
He's that guy.
He's actually that guy.
He is him. And then the second question, I suppose, what do you think his ceiling is? I suppose, and again, it's a very similar question to this opinion.
Probably made out of concrete, mate.
Sorry, but what do you think his ceiling is? Is it? Again, is he going to be a world-class player? Is it a purple patch? Do we think he will become, like a Heung-min Son? Or, because he's been given a lot of stick, hasn't he? Where he went for a really purple patch where he was arguably one of the best players in the world. And then this season, he's been...
joint top goal scorer last year, wasn't he?
Yeah, and he's been pretty much non-existent this season. Do we see similar vibes for that? Ryan, do you want to start?
I mean, I think that you can judge off, say, for example, best Asian player to come out is obviously Son. You've got Ji-sung Park over the years. But I remember...
Nakamura.
Shinzuki Nakamura. I remember everyone was banging on about, and particularly the Japanese fans were saying, no, he said, they were like, trust me, when this is before Matoma even got a chance. I remember the DMs and the comments on Seagulls social, stuff like that. they were saying, trust me, he is better than all of these, Asian players that have come out. Just hasn't had the chance to show it on a big scale. And we will see. And I'd always read it and be like, oh, I hope so anyway.
Yeah.
But then, you're starting to see in the short-term results. Did it on the World Cup stage. Can we just remember that too?
World class. Was it Spain?
World class would be doing it on the big stage, right? He's done it on the big stage. So, give him another 4 months, keep doing this. Yeah, definitely.
And I hate to say it, but watching City today and so seeing some of the reactions from some of the fans, they're lacking pace on the wings, and I feel like Matoma would be a great purchase for them. It'd be interesting to see if we hold on to him this summer, because obviously he's been phenomenal.
I think there'll be a lot of interest come summer, unfortunately.
Do not let him anywhere. He is not allowed out the house. He's just got to stay. Just lock him in his house for the whole summer. Just don't let him out at all. We'll give him meals.
There were so many Japanese fans there yesterday. I thought it was quite funny. I think at the beginning of the match, the ball was going over to him and he completely misjudged the ball and it went under his foot and went out for a throw. And I was like, imagine being a Japanese fan that's flown all this way to see that, to watch a 0-0 against Bournemouth. And then out of nowhere, he just scores a winner. I thought that was incredible. Some of my friends were getting photos with some of the Japanese fans on the train home as well, which is class. So they must be absolutely loving it. Yeah, they're brilliant. They're great.
So, and then final question, just to wrap this up. Obviously, he scored 5 goals in the Premier League, right, so far. We've got, another 4 months to go, roughly?
Is there like 17 games left or something?
Yeah. How many goals do you reckon he finishes on? Goals and assists, let's go. Ben, you kick us off. Matoma. So he's on five goals, and how many assists has he got? He's got 1 assist.
In what, 8 games?
In 8 games, starts. Yeah. 8 starts, yeah. So 15 games, yeah.
Qatar didn't start, did he?
And he scored 3 in his last 3, got an assist in the FA Cup against Middlesbrough, and then scored another 2 against Everton and Arsenal back-to-back.
Will he break our Premier League goal record of 10? Was it Mopé and Murray that had 10 goals in a season? Or did Mopé break that?
I think
Murray got 13 second season. 13. Mopé got 10.
Interesting. I don't know if he'll break Murray's 13, maybe, but I feel like maybe 12 goals. 12 goals, Matoma short.
Yeah, nice.
Just short.
Another 7 to go. Another 7. Yeah. I mean,
7.
The way he's going at the moment, he'll do that.
Do that next 2 games.
2 games against Palace. Hopefully,
7 of them.
7 goals. He's done it again.
Yeah,
right.
He just seems to be a complete robot for goals and assists. I mean, he just completely lives and breathes them. If he could get 10 or above is successful, I think that's how you measure any forward, isn't it? You say good return. For 2.5 million, you'd have said 3 goals is a good return. So, I think against the Palace side next week, for once, we're going to, I know this isn't the Palace preview, but I know for once we're going to Selhurst Park, and I think they've got Zaha out. So many times I look at Palace and I'm like, they've got the flair, they've got the players that you've got to worry about, Eze, Olise, Zaha. For once, we've got a player that they can worry about, and it's Matoma.